Hi, besties.
What up? What up?
How are you?
What up, everybody? Monday night
It's
with the
Monday.
besties.
How are you, besties? Oh. There's no besties talking yet, so I don't have to be able to see. So start talking so that I'm wrong. I just had the wrong screen. Okay. Okay, so we need to do a test tonight. This is of the utmost importance. I need to know what happens when you send a super chat. Okay? Like I need to know. And if somebody sends one, I can tilt the camera more. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. I just need to know what happens when we get a super chat. So please do click whatever you need to click there. I don't know. And then also go to body slam. No. Slamchats.com. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Let's do it.
We're back at it again.
Lot to get to.
There's
Where
a lot
we start.
Rhea
coming out at the beginning?
I'm disappearing. Yes, Rhea is back. Mommy is home. She is here. She's not here for the game. She's not here for the BS. She's really here to fight, which I enjoyed. Yeah, she was taking it to Dom. I appreciated it. She was not out for the shenanigans. I also appreciated that she didn't seem to accept any of his BS, which I liked.
Till the end of the night.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
She took his bum ass back, didn't she?
I mean,
his cheating ass. Or did he cheat? I mean, was he innocent?
No.
I mean, he never,
No.
We say he cheated, but did he really cheat though? I don't think he did. It just looks bad, right? It's recreating Eddie Guerrero. Like. Was it Eddie Guerrero in China?
I mean, yeah, she even had a very China-inspired outfit on tonight, which I felt like I was gonna try to figure out if I could get away with it. She was just wearing that's just like a bikini top as a shirt. I was like, can I wear a bikini top?
Killing it. Mommy is back.
It's so good. Oh my god, she looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, will someone in the chat tell me, did she always have such beautiful nails? Because I've never noticed before. And I know they're coffin shaped now because I saw her and she was pointing. And I don't know if she's always had those nails or not, but once you do get those nails, I don't know if she got those for her wedding nails or not, but once you do that, you never go back, in your mind, until you have until you can do that at someone, tell them to shut up and copy your acrylics. You're just not living life, So that's my affirmation. It came early today.
Yeah, that was pretty much the theme tonight. Just Dom trying to do whatever it takes to apologize and say, I'm innocent. You're mine. He even said that. What was my favorite quote tonight? When he said, "You belong to me."
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. Don't like those words. You belong to me.
And then didn't she tell him at the end that he belongs to her though?
Yep.
So
let's get this straight. I don't belong to anyone. You belong to me.
No. Yeah. No. Mm-mm. I listen to two men. My daddy and the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Anyway, back at it again. I do think she's still here for the games, which, you know what have we been saying? What do we say, people? What do we say on Monday Night Besties? Maybe she's not done being disrespected yet. If you have any toxic situations in your life and you're like, man, why is it so hard for me to stay away from this person? Or why is it so hard for me to not do this? Just remind yourself, what toxicity you're granting your day. And then remind yourself that you have just chosen to have more. You just want more disrespect, or you just want to be cheated on some more, or you want to be lied to some more. Yeah. So that's your energetic conversion for the day. Nobody cares, frankly.
Been there, done that.
Dominic. Your lies, Dominic. I don't know. I do think it's a
Did
little.
he lie though? I mean,
I know. I would say it's a little bit murky.
hey,
I feel like.
technically he didn't do nothing. Look, it just looks bad, Amanda. It just looks bad. It's not really what you think.
Yeah.
How many
Do you
times you
just
heard
have
that?
a second cell phone to play
You
more
look
Pokemon
like
Go?
you've heard that one before. You're like, nah, I don't believe.
Okay,
You've
let's
heard
move
that
on.
one.
Nobody ever quote what I just said again. No, that can't get clipped. Nothing that never happened. Okay. So definitely I do think that there is a case to be made. I
Mhm.
think that it's one of those things where what's that thing on Twitter? Did you see it? Where it was basically accusing, I mean, it was pretty nasty. It was like in my opinion, it was like accusing Liv's character of like sexual harassment at
Oh yeah,
bare minimum, like
I
or
did
like
see that.
assault. Like it didn't even. Oh, I'm disappearing. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Everyone's here. No, I can't. I have to sit back, otherwise I disappear. Okay. I'll just do this.
Blame the filters.
Slamchats.com.
That's right.
Slamchats.com. I know what you're here for, 50 people on the replay. You're here to watch DC and you're here to just talk about wrestling, and that's what we're here for. But also slamchats.com/super chat, because I want to know what happens and I need to be able to see what happens, and I can't see it unless somebody does it. So please.
We do officially have Liv Rhea, right? For SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes. I didn't see like a graphic,
I
but I'm
haven't either.
assuming.
Sounded very official tonight.
I mean, it did. I would be highly. Yeah, no, like I think we already had it listed on the events page, like for the card for
Right.
SummerSlam on at least on the website for which I write daily. Yeah, I do think that I think it's pretty much official. There's another one that's like not official, but it basically is. I feel like no official. Well, anyway, we don't have to
I
talk
think
about
that
that. Not wrong.
we'll talk about the main event later. That'll.
Okay.
I think that pretty much set up SummerSlam. But yeah, we began Raw tonight with Rhea kicking off Monday Night Raw and saying, a lot of shenanigans been happening, but I come back. I know Liv thinks she took me out, but she didn't. I'm back. I'm taking my title,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that. And just throughout the night, just love Dom trying to apologize throughout the entire show. I mean, literally like every segment is Dom trying to apologize in the Judgment Day. But I think while that was fun keeping up with that, I think the face off between Damian Priest and Gunther was the best part of the night tonight.
Yes. Do you feel like I'm one of those people that never knows? That's probably why I like wrestling, because I just don't know. Like I think everything's real. But by the end, if you're like pie facing an MFer, I feel like that's gotten heated at that point. And I'm not gonna say that like I know anything about anything. I surely don't. I have no scoops but the ice cream for my babies in the freezer. But you can help support by sending us a slam chat and or going to slamchats.com. There's no body there, just slamchats.com. But yeah, it just kind of seemed like heated, like almost legitimately heated by the end. And that was one of those things that I do feel like I love it when that happens. I feel like that's part of the magic that you can tell between, I think, particularly Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Like, yeah, I don't think like you really don't like that man. You know what I mean? Like you in your heart, I don't think you like that man. And so, yeah, no, tonight I feel like Damian Priest does not like that man.
Definitely felt like that. It also felt like, wow. And we all have to, I think it's pretty clear now that Damian Priest is 100% babyface. He got a big reaction from the crowd tonight. He is definitely babyface now. And you could tell in his promo that like, Damian hears and sees everything too. He heard everyone picking Seth Rollins to beat him at Money in the Bank. He sees all that. He hears all that. So like a lot of like the animosity and like the wanting to prove people wrong comes out of that, because we all counted out Damian Priest at Money in the Bank. We thought, and even like myself, even so to speak, said things like Seth and Gunther is a bigger match, and like that's disrespectful, for the champion. I mean, Damian Priest hears all that. I'm not the only one that said that. So
true.
Damian Priest hears all that, sees all that, just like all the wrestlers do. They're on social media, they see and they hear. So I think a lot of
We
that
should have
came
our
out.
own segment. My favorite thing is to talk about when I was wrong. We should have our own, like, sorry about that. Because
Yeah.
I do think, or maybe I personally, I don't know that I've ever said anything negative, but I do think that I was a little underwhelmed in general. And
Yeah.
I think the last few weeks, I just feel like it's been ramping up. By the time we've gotten to tonight, I'm like, oh, what did that man just say to him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is so horrible. You know, like, you're really invested. There's not, like, that documentary hasn't even dropped yet, has it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need to watch it yet to know that I'm
Right.
gonna really be attached after the end. But yeah, just that exchange tonight was very interesting. I think it made me more excited for the match than I had been before, because it did
100%.
feel a little bit random.
100%. Especially like you said, with the heat towards the end of it, they really start fighting towards the end, giving us a little preview what we'll get at SummerSlam. I'm loving it. Like,
Yeah.
just to put it simply, I'm ready for the match. I'm just glad that Seth Rollins isn't involved in it like I thought he would be. And it looks like he'll be in something else. But definitely looking forward to Damian Priest and Gunther at SummerSlam. I actually hope Damian walks out champ, because I am buying in finally, right? After all this time, I think he got a big victory tonight, because he was in a match too, like right after that promo. He was in a match with Braun Strowman, who, if you watch the show weekly, not a fan of his character and not a fan of the whole storyline with the Judgment Day and him randomly for the past month or so. Tired of it. So I'm glad that it got put to an end tonight. So no more Braun Strowman picking on Big Head and Finn and Dom. It's over, because Damian Priest beat him 1-2-3, fair and square. So Damian Priest looks good tonight with the victory over Big Braun Strowman, the big SOB, and I think won the promo against Gunther as well.
Yeah. Man, I am very much looking forward to where this goes. Right? Like, it's not something that, yeah. I think it's funny. I still think the little train, the choo-choo situation is amusing to me. I know that
Mhm.
I get it. I get it. It's not for everyone. It makes me laugh. And then when it happens, I always look up. Like, I'll be writing, because I'm not always, that's the other thing, is that because I'm writing a lot of the time, I'm not necessarily actively watching the show in the same way. So I'm
Mhm.
looking, but I'm kind of like thinking I'm doing a couple different things at once.
Right.
So, but when I see him starting to gear up to do that little choo choo, oh my God, I
So
stop. I
yes.
stop writing. I have to watch the little choo choo. I just love it. I love it. I'm sorry.
It's like you said, it's not for everybody, because to
Not
me,
for
it's
everybody.
uh,
Like, 4 fake Braun Strowmans follow me on Instagram. And every time there's like a 2-second situation where I'm like, oh, maybe it's like, and it's
Strowman.
not. Like, I know it's not. But then, like, yeah.
I'm
And then
followed by definitely double-digit fake Rhea Ripleys on TikTok. For sure, double digits.
I feel like there's a lot of fake. This is my other PSA for the day. Just please never think that you're talking to anyone on a private account, like anyone.
Right.
If someone ever says I am Amanda's private account, like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, no matter, I don't know who the hell would do that, but there's weirdos all over the place. So
Everywhere.
just be careful. Do not give anyone money except your besties like us. You can go ahead and go to slamchats.com, or there's what is this called? Super chats. Super chatting about it. I just really want to see what happens. Will someone just give me like $1? I'll do it myself. I just want to know. I just want to know.
We'll see.
Maybe it's already happening and I just don't even know how to find
It
it.
could
Like,
be.
maybe it's me. It's like user error.
It could be.
We have like $400 sitting over there.
Just chilling.
I should have been on a trampoline 20 minutes ago. It's ridiculous.
You really want to do that
Okay,
show on the
I don't know.
trampoline?
Will someone in the chat tell me, is there something else? Your microphone sounds so crazy to me, but it might be my computer. Like, I can't hear you. Like, it's like, but it might just be me. What do I do to fix it? Well, it's okay. I don't know what to do. I should have just kept it going. It's just, I didn't need to say anything. If you guys in the chat, if you hear everything fine, then that's all that matters. I do not care.
I think I heard an echo for a little bit. I don't hear it now though.
Oh, we can hear good. Oh, okay, then that's all that matters. Who cares? That's fine. It's me then, probably.
It's all good.
It's
I mean,
girl
what was your favorite moments of the night? I mean, was it the main event? Did you enjoy the women's tag?
I did enjoy the main event. I did enjoy the women's tag. I think that it is an interesting pivot, in my opinion, to have Lyra Valkyria start rolling deep with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
Like,
But I thought it was kind of cute. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I didn't hate it. I was just a little bit surprised. But then once it was happening, I was like, oh, this is cute. I get it. So I like them together. I thought that keg stand off of the apron was like very cool.
yes,
I don't know. I
yes.
thought that was neat.
I love Kaden and Katana, but I'm not feeling Lyra with them. To me, it's just it feels extremely unauthentic. Like,
yeah.
it don't. I don't know. And like, I mean, they were both in NXT together, so like, you know. But that's I don't know. That's another one that might not be for me. But on the other side, I am definitely loving Sonya Deville with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Yes.
For sure.
So fun.
They need a name, like right now.
Yeah.
They're getting to that level already where they need a name. They're official. They're a faction. What are we waiting on?
Do you think they lean into like, I don't know. We're not, never mind.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of comments on what their group name should be. And hoping WWE is a little bit more creative than that.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know if we can start calling Sonya Deville Daddy again. Weren't we calling her Daddy for a minute?
I think we were for a while.
So let me know when that starts again. I enjoy that every now and
the
again.
Daddy Dom era is over, so.
Oh yeah, we're over that. We're done.
It's over.
Lights out. Nobody cares about that.
Yep.
Gross.
But yeah, I'm loving Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. The crowd was great tonight too.
Yeah.
You know, that's something I've been complaining about for a while. But the crowd tonight was at Dayton, Ohio, where they were at. I think it was Dayton.
Yes, it was.
They were fire tonight. Like they were into like everything.
Yeah.
And that like made me into everything. Like it just made me excited. Like they were definitely cheering for the women in the tag match. They cheered for they got a big ovation for Kaden and Katana, which was big for me because it felt really dry for them so far on the main roster compared to NXT. Even when they had the titles, it just felt like, I don't know. I don't think the crowd was feeling it. But tonight they got a pretty good ovation. Maybe it's because Lyra was with them. Maybe that might have helped a little bit, but the crowd was definitely into it. And that was a good match too. I know Shayna and Zoe won the match, and we get Lyra Sonya next week. So we'll get a good match in that. But that was a big thing for me tonight too. Sonya Deville back in the ring for the first time, beats Zelina Vega in like 10 seconds. I don't know how long it was, but yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the night as well. I don't want to overshadow with the whole Liv Rhea Dom thing. I don't want to forget that match either.
Yeah. No, they definitely did a great job. And I think they also there's like an exciting trend, I guess. Like I feel like the women's division has a lot of exciting things happening, but I do also feel like they're throwing together I don't know, clip it. It's Mystic Mandy. I think there could be a trios division coming for the women because there's a lot of trios women kind of like not out of the blue, but like a
maybe
little
we get that instead of mid-card titles.
Yeah.
On the main roster.
So I don't know if that's actually anything, but there's also because on SmackDown there was like a behind the scenes or like a backstage, one of the like people that are behind things, and it was like Blair Davenport chatting with Isla Dawn, and then later it seemed like they were gonna mix it up with like Jade, Bianca, Naomi.
Yeah.
So you have at least two trios over there. You have at least two trios on Raw. I would argue more. Because I do think that Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell should have like a bad girl bonus friend.
Yeah.
I don't know who that can be. But I do think there's like some promising stuff going on. Yeah, I stole that. Just in case anyone is wondering. That's an MJF reference and I stole it. So please don't tell him I can't take the smoke,
I was
honestly.
gonna say
No, thank
we don't
you.
want to
That's
make him mad.
literally okay. Let me tell you guys a funny story. This is true. And I probably shouldn't even, but I did that media scrum. So I was there. It's only because it was in my hometown. I don't think that I'm anybody special. I don't really, it was not anything other than that, in my opinion. But I was in the room and there was like, if you watch that scrum at the like near the end of MJF talking, he kind of was like, anybody have any questions? And I swear to God, I was just like I visibly shook my head, like, please, dear God, do not say it. Like, please. Like, I was trying so hard to be very, like, oh my God, please do not, like, I do not want to get picked on. And it wasn't me. But a guy behind me, he called him fatty. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like, it was horrible. It was horrible. So, yeah, no, I can't take the smoke. I'm sorry. I will give the nickname back if I have to. But I do think that there could be might be a psychic vision. There could be a trios division coming for the ladies. I'm not sure.
Like that.
I'm not sure.
So which would you rather have? Trio titles for the women or women's mid-card titles on the main roster? Because we'd have to pick one because we can't have all of it. Because that'll just feed right into the people. People already are commenting remember like a week ago, the report came out that they were looking into women's mid-card titles on the main roster. The women, yeah. And people all through the comments, oh, there's too many titles. There's already too many titles. Like, what do you mean? Like, you can't sit here and complain that there's not enough storylines for the women and then complain that more titles are added. That gives more storylines.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
more titles equals more storylines. How hard is it to...
Yeah. I love titles. I don't think everything has to be for a title, but I also think that more titles don't hurt anything. I think that the titles mean what you make them, right? Absolutely. So I do think the criticism could be, I mean, you can't extrapolate, honestly. I think that a female trios title in WWE would not only work, but would be very cool.
I think that is cool. And that's, obviously it would be a big testament to the women's division, which is growing in WWE. It shows that they're putting... I think my only problem with that is I still am not a fan of the tag division right now. The women's tag division, I feel like they need to do better with that right now before they can think about a trios title.
Yeah.
Like if you asked 20 to 50 non-wrestling fans that don't watch every week like us who the women's tag champs are right now, I bet you they couldn't tell you. Like just like casual fans that watch like every once in a while, I bet they couldn't even tell you who the women's tag champs are. I can barely tell you when I watch every week.
Yeah.
So I think they need to focus a little bit better on that first. But I do love that idea because it'd be extremely unique and it would be definitely a new direction. And I love that. I'm all for new. I'm all for anything new that hasn't been done yet. So I like that.
Yeah, it just could be fun. I don't know though. Yeah, I think you're right because you kind of, I think what needs to happen is that they need to pick a home for those tag belts for the women because there's not two sets. It's just on one brand. So depending on how things shake out with Netflix and all this, I think they need to pick a lane that one of those multi-woman titles is on one brand. And if it is like, okay, the tag ones are on SmackDown and these women's trios are on Raw, I think that maybe you could have those storylines. I don't know what they're going to do with this draft. I honestly don't know. I find it hard to believe that you're, from a Netflix perspective, going to be agreeing to only hosting a small pocket. You know what I mean? Like this whole thing doesn't actually make sense. I think it makes sense when there's like very clear like warring networks or whatever, but I don't know how it shakes out in the future. So we'll have to see. But yeah, trios could be fun. That might be exciting. But definitely Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and let's call her Daddy again, to be frank. Sonya Deville. Daddy Deville is
Right.
back in action. And it was almost a year. So her last match was last November. It was November 28th.
Wow.
I am not I'm not that good. I looked it up because I wrote
I
an
was gonna
article
say,
about
wow.
it. No, I wrote an article about it earlier. That's the
okay.
only reason. Yeah, no, I'm not that good. There's not that much tiz in my Riz. There's a little bit, but not that much. But it's been almost a year, so it was very nice to see her back. Especially, she's just had such a rough go of it. I feel like she was just so hot coming back from being off for a while anyway, and like her tag team with Chelsea Green was so iconic. Like I love them together. I'm excited to see where these guys go in the future because I think
That ended up being a blessing though, because I like, as good as they were, Piper and Chelsea's better.
I do like Piper and Chelsea. I like the positive or like just the overall.
I was low key mad when they got traded, or not traded, but when they got
Yeah.
drafted to SmackDown.
No,
I was pretty upset.
was sad.
Because not only do we not get Chelsea Green from Samantha every Monday anymore,
yes,
then we lose a good tag team.
this is
that was upsetting.
Yeah,
not up there with Cody Rhodes with you though, I'm sure, but
no,
losing them was pretty bad.
Yeah. Do we get John Cena though? I think we get John Cena.
We get John Cena. We have to.
I don't know. Can I get all my Nikki Bella's ex-boyfriend jokes out?
Everybody in the chats right now, let's predict who John Cena's opponent will be at WrestleMania 41. It's 41? 42?
Yeah.
41?
I don't know.
I think it's 41.
41.
Who will be John Cena's opponent? I want to see the best comments.
Yeah, let us know. Who do you think? I want to know.
We got to have John Cena on Raw.
I want to know.
It's got to be Raw.
Who do you think it
SmackDown's
is? Are you going to wait
overrated.
until you hear their comments first?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, there's so many people that run through my head. I mean, I would love.
Okay.
Ooh, Randy.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, okay. CM Punk. That's a good one.
Punk. I like those. Okay.
I think he's going to want to beat the big match John allegations in this last run. I think he's going to only. It depends on what they want to do though, because if they're trying to topple the Ric Flair, like,
I hope so.
What is it? Like record?
John Cena should definitely hold the record. It just adds, they already call him the greatest of all time. At least Michael Cole does every time they see him. So why not add to that and add another title, make him the all-time champ?
Can I tell my conspiracy theory, but I'm scared it'll get spoken into the universe?
Uh-oh.
Wouldn't it? Okay, so John Cena was a little bit specific about his language. He was asked about his character. He's asked if you're ever going to turn heel. And he did this kind of interesting media, like, when you listen to Cena, when you listen to The Rock, when you listen to Cody to a vast degree, they have had enough media training that those words mean something. And all of them mean something. It's already scripted for the most part. Like, he already knows what he's going to say before you even begin to think of a question. Or he knows what he's going to say no matter what the hell your question was, what he wanted to say. And he said that what you're getting in this final run is me. It is John Cena. Like, it is who I am. Like, he was kind of alluding to the fact that it wasn't going to be such a clean-cut version. And I just wonder if there isn't some, like, Rock Cena alliance to fuck over Cody to then get the belt on Cena. And then you can, by the time, so I don't know when you do that, but then by the time you go to get it back, it's like Cena can still, because if you have, I don't know if you need Cena to put over Cody, but I don't think there's anything bigger that you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
To like launch Cody as far as like into the mainstream consciousness. So yeah, I don't know, clip it, tell Triple H, because I just think that there is whoever goes against him in this end is going to have a vast amount of media attention, and it will become a very big like international thing. And so while I would love to say like Carmelo Hayes, you know what I mean? Like, I would love for it to be somebody that I want to see get put over and kind of like rise to this huge moment. I don't think it'll be like a younger guy. I think it's Roman or Cody. And if Cody still has the title, you could make
I'm
it
with you, and I will 100% agree with you, because, and one reason and one reason only, They already tried that with Austin Theory, and didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly work. So
No.
I think they use that as the blueprint and say, look, we tried that. And like you said, while it would be cool, because a lot of people will say Carmelo Hayes, obviously, probably say Braun Breaker.
Well,
And
Braun
it's like,
Breaker, I think, is another one that's
yeah.
kind of
And it's
weird.
like, it's the last run. I don't really know if I want to see. I'd rather see him go up against all-time greats.
Yeah.
I mean, give me Cena Rock again.
Right. People that I do want to see CM Punk, and I don't necessarily think that is firmly in the plans, only because I do think that perhaps I read things a little too closely, but there was just like a little flavor to the way that CM Punk talked about it that made me feel like nobody's told him he's getting it, but he knows damn well that if all of us say we won't stand for it unless we get it, that he will get it too. So there was like very much there was some seasoning on that chicken leg, and so I'm excited to see that kind of play out and see how we move forward from there too. But
I just hope it's on Raw. We're both assuming he'll be on Raw, so we're just looking in the future. Hopefully, we can talk a little.
So we're just like randomly. Sorry, that's my aside. That's my random conspiracy theory about the future and how you hit a couple of those things without it being too bizarre.
I like that.
But yeah, I don't know. Clip it. Tell Triple H. Also, just tell. You tell Shawn Michaels too. Yeah. I don't know. Shawn Michaels doing a great job.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, you guys.
It's tell a friend to tell a friend to donate on slamchats.com.
Slamchats.com.
Please
do. You can do that anytime. It doesn't have to even be during the show. It's
like anytime. It can be after,
so
before.
Tomorrow, you're watching this and you're like, wow, I just really enjoyed a good 6-minute section of watching DC Hendricks. I enjoyed it a lot. You can go then to slamchats.com and you can show your appreciation then. You know what I mean? You can show a replay appreciation. Please do. Please leave us love notes in those Slam chats.
So was it just me or was the main event 100% predictable?
I had a moment, like I did this thing where sometimes I get a little bit behind and I start panicking and I begin to believe things are title changes that are never going to be a title change. So this one I was like, I don't know. I think this could be a title change. And like my editor said, no, like Amanda, no, it's not.
What you thought was going to happen is exactly what happened. Braun Breaker comes out. So in case anybody missed it, to recap, the main event was Sami Zayn against Ilya Dragunov for the Intercontinental Championship. So when that is announced, obviously this is right after Braun Breaker losing and, brawling with Ilya and brawling with Sami Zayn. So like, obviously Braun Breaker's not in this match. He's not in the title match. So what's going to happen? Braun's going to come out and spear everyone. And that's exactly what we got.
It was.
Triple threat? Triple threat at SummerSlam? Is that what we're doing?
I kind of think that's what we're doing.
And then Braun pins Ilya and Sami loses the title without being pinned? Mm-hmm. I hope that's not where we're going. Please shock me because that's far too predictable.
So I think, if that actually happens, it's like way too predictable. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I really hope not. The only reason I say I hope not is because it's just rehashing the same stuff. Like, I really don't want a triple threat. I hate triple threats for that reason.
Yeah.
So like, I just hope it's not even a triple threat. But
that's
exactly what they're doing.
They did kind of just pull one off on NXT though, because I do think I think sometimes some of the things we see in NXT are developmental, like to see how they work for the individuals, but I think they're also a little bit of a test pilot to see how certain angles work and like, is there outrage? Yeah. And I would not be shocked at all if we saw a very similar finish to what we saw with Trick in that Ethan Page, all that shenanigans, if that somehow made its way to the main roster. So that I could see. Who hates Sami? Is there like somebody who could come, like Johnny Knoxville or something, like pops out and holds Sammy back. Like it's like something that sets off then like a continued feud.
Yeah.
I personally believe Sami Zayn like unhinged. I want an unhinged Sammy back, perhaps.
Crazy Sammy.
I think I don't know if his
Savage Sammy.
Yeah. I don't think his like what is that called? Improv. I don't think his improv skills are matched by a lot of other people. So I do think that it's hard probably to have him with others that would not be comfortable with just riffing. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. I would never shame a normal fan, so I'm not going to shame anyone. But I will say that you have access to Google.com and you know who you are. So it's fine. What does Jeffrey have to say? Jeffrey, that's a really cool idea.
There we go.
Would be so cool.
That would be cool. I like that.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, we haven't. Sorry, we haven't talked about them yet. We have not.
We still got that in the Wyatt. We still got that in the Wyatt 6. So yeah, Drew, Adam Pearce.
We'll get to it. We're on it. Yeah, Braun knocked everybody down. I definitely always think everything's real. So I feel like the spear that Ilya took was like too low. Like it looked like it actually hurt him in the guts. And like that looked painful. And I don't know anything about these move mechanics. Trust me, like I don't know what I'm talking about, but it just looked a little gruesome to me. So I hope he's okay. I'm sure he is. But that looked scary. Braun Breakers.
It was definitely too low. I don't know if Braun just kind of whiffed on it a little bit and went too low. And then Ilya tried to like match him. Yeah. And it was just went ugly from there. But yeah, I think that's where we're going. I think we're getting a triple threat. That's how Monday Night Raw ends, by the way. In the main event, we're looking at Braun Strowman standing over Sammy's broken body after a spear. And a new star is born before our eyes. I give Triple H credit. He is definitely booking the younger talent a lot more, which is why Damian's going in and, you know, headlining, I guess, so to speak, SummerSlam as the World Heavyweight Champ. You know, we're looking at a new era, as he always says. So ending with Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw is a huge deal.
Do you think they anticipated that both Brauns would have their name, like the run around the ring gimmick? Like, do you think they realized that before they did it?
They might have. They might have envisioned.
I don't know.
And then put them on the same exact show too.
I think it would be weirder if they were on different shows, wouldn't it? Because then it's like, why are you doing that shit again? I think I think it actually works better on the same show. I just wonder if that was like a consideration that they were like, okay, both these dudes are gonna do this. Their names are Braun. Let's just put them together so that it doesn't like look like they're copying each other or something. Let's see. Wait.
Yeah, we got to talk Drew McIntyre, Adam Pearce, right?
Oh yeah, Drew McIntyre, Adam Pearce. It was happening.
I'm feeling for Drew, man. It's getting. I mean, they're just out to get him at this point. Like Adam Pearce trying to make Drew McIntyre apologize to the referees that screwed him, not once, not twice, 3 times. And you just expect him to just apologize to these people. Like, you apologize and, you know, you won't be suspended anymore. And obviously Drew's like, bro, what are you talking about? Why would I apologize to the people that are the reason why I'm not champion right now? Like, no, I'm not apologizing. And Adam Pearce, you're still suspended. Like, all right, bro. I'm still not apologizing. So big segment still. Drew McIntyre is still suspended from Monday Night Raw. CM Punk will be back next week. We'll see how everything goes. But right now, no progress was made for Drew McIntyre's side. He's still suspended from Monday Night Raw.
He is still suspended. Is there anyone else in the chat who's like deep into AEW lore? Or is it just gonna be me? If it's just me, I'm not even gonna do it. But I have like I'm not even gonna get into details, but I would like somebody. You can DM me if you're hearing this later. If this gets clipped and passed around, somebody actually give me the scoops. I really do want it in this instance only. This whole storyline feels very meta to me. I think that they're retelling the Young Bucks and CM Punk backstage stuff from AEW.
Where's Seth Rollins fit in on that though?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Is
So
he
I
the
think it hits the
referee
wall.
or? I know we're not doing a triple threat. That makes no sense. So is he gonna be
No.
like special guest referee or something?
No, I think it just hits a wall. And I also think that it's not even like necessarily all of it. I think it's just parts of it. But I do think it's like like Drew is CM Punk
Mm-hmm.
in the AEW dynamic.
Gotcha.
Because everything you just said was something that could be an argument made if you're looking at that
That's
like
true.
timeline, is
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So I think it's actually like an incredibly nuanced, like dark humor version of events. And there's just certain
Mm-hmm.
key language that keeps popping up, like the do business.
Mm-hmm.
We could do business if you could just apologize. And it
Right.
was like this big thing, like, well, why the F would I? Well, I mean, what you just said, why would I apologize to these two people that cost me this championship, who
Mm-hmm.
ruined my situation? Like, you know, why am I going to apologize for their incompetence? Like, they started something with me. So it's like, oh, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if anyone else sees the similarities. But I feel like the way that that plays out in some of the specific language is like very, very interesting, and that they've done it in such a cool way that like is very litigiously minded too, because you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to have you can't really, you know what I mean? It's inspired art, but also the
Mm-hmm.
fact that he's playing the opposite role, because CM Punk is really in this dynamic with Drew, is fucking him with a smile. You know what I mean? There's
That's right.
no two ways about it. He's not even pretending he's not doing that. He is straight up doing that. So I guess. Oh yeah, no, it already happened. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay, never mind. That's a deep dive for another day. Somebody
Yeah.
can pay me to write that dissertation. But I think that everything going on with Drew, bottom line is that he's still suspended. He did
Yep.
not want to apologize to the individuals
Nope.
who may or may not have contributed to his losing the titles. Definitely did contribute though. So I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of, that one's hard. But they also, I think the part of the language that was interesting is like, well, they got hurt though.
Right. Yeah.
It was
They
like,
got hurt.
yeah, some shit they started. You got hurt
Right.
doing something you
They
started.
put
Wow,
their
that's
bodies
crazy.
on the line.
You're like, wow. Oh, you started a fight with me and then I was meaner than you? Oh.
I
Sorry.
love Seth Rollins, but him coming out was so like, all right.
Yeah, it
So,
was like a
you're the
little
superhero.
corny.
Seth Rollins comes out as Drew McIntyre starts shoving people. Seth Rollins saves the day. I don't know what's going on. So, chat, everybody
Oh, what's
watching
going
right now,
on?
where do you think we're headed with the Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk? What more do you see? A triple threat at SummerSlam or Seth Rollins special guest referee? One of them will happen. And I don't know which one. I don't know what direction we're going in, because I am still confused why Seth Rollins is in this. Other than, I guess he doesn't like CM Punk in real life, I guess. But like, we could have waited until after the Drew storyline.
Yeah. Miguel, I think she's okay. She's filming a movie. If you Google her name and Wrestle Talk, I wrote an article about it. So I know you can get like the
Hey, there we go.
Like she's okay. She's good. Don't worry about her. Or her name is Kayla Becker. Like that's her real name. You can Google that. There's been like, she's okay. I promise she's
It's
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean,
why though? Like, I think Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is it just to have Seth in a match? I mean, I don't know. I'm cool with just Drew and CM Punk. That's where all the heat's at.
Yeah.
But I guess what I think they're doing is Seth Rollins and CM Punk is going to be the big feud ahead of time. Like eventually they're going to make CM Punk and Seth Rollins the big feud, like one of the main feuds, period, in WWE. And that way it already started with this story. So it started here and then it's going to end with them two. And I think Drew is just part of the early part of just CM Punk screwing people over, and it's going to trickle over because he technically screwed Seth too. Technically, he ruined Seth's chances too.
This is true.
At Money in the Bank. So, look, I think this is CM Punk and Seth Rollins is going to be WrestleMania.
I do agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's just special guest referee, and Seth screws CM Punk after that. Maybe. I don't want a triple threat. I'm tired of triple threats. We're already probably getting one for the Intercontinental title. So just adding another one is just like, I don't know. I'm hoping special guest referee.
Yeah. I don't want a triple threat, to be honest.
Not another one.
Weird. What was the other one you guys said we missed? You know it.
The Wyatt Six. We haven't. That was the last thing. Wyatt Six. We didn't really need to talk about Jay beating Dom. That match was, I mean, just Dominic trying to stick up because Jay said, "Tell Rhea to holler at me." Tell her I said, "Hey."
Yes.
Tell her I said, "Yeet."
Disappearing.
And Dom's like, "Nah, like she belongs to me. What do you mean? I got to prove she belongs to me. She's my property." And he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. But basically, that's what he's saying. Jey Uso beat Dominic. We really don't need to talk about that. But the Wyatt Six. So that whole segment, Chad Gable comes out and breaking news. Hit the breaking news sounder. I wish we had sound effects. Chad Gable told the universe.
Do we?
That Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. In case you didn't know.
In case you
didn't know.
No.
Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy.
Really quickly, I'm going to push this because I want to know what happens, but I'm going to turn it off because I don't want us to get it in trouble if I wasn't supposed to have done it. Oh!
Is that Kendrick Lamar? Not like us? Hey.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So we can unmute, so I can figure that out. Okay,
we're learning. Look at that.
I didn't want us to get, like, what is it? D whatever for using copyright music.
Hey, yeah, don't get us in trouble.
I stopped it fast. Okay, anyhow. Yes,
Chad calls out Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is coming out. And the Creed brothers attack Bo Dallas from behind. Creed brothers officially join Chad Gable in great fashion. They're beating the crap out of Bo Dallas. And then Bo Dallas starts getting creepy. Starts laughing while he's getting beaten. Starts creeping him out. And then the Wyatt Six pop up. And obviously they run away. But the biggest story tonight wasn't that segment. We got another tape.
Yes.
Eric Rowan. Why you gotta make me cry on a Monday, dog?
Oh.
That was rough. That video made me, like, I had tears coming out. Like, that was a crazy video.
Yeah. I think it was similar to last week where it's so hot here and it's so hot in this room. And I got legitimate chills where like, you know that you're a part of something that's so kind of special. And I do think that the last line, so if you haven't seen it, you should really go watch it because it's honestly worth it. But maybe if you're in the emotional space for that, because if you're not necessarily ready to get super duper bummed out, I maybe wouldn't recommend it because it is kind of sad. But it is kind of like what we've talked about where it's an additional sit down. This one's with Eric Rowan. And instead of like showing Howdy.
Which proves they listen to us real quick, jumping in. Proves they listen to us because at least I said that I hope that we get videos from each of them. Yes. And their reason we said that. So they listen. They listen to the besties. Just saying.
I hope you're listening to the besties.
Just
the Paul and Beck era. We're here. The bestie era. We will just feed you ideas. Just take them. You can send, you know what though? If Shawn Michaels or Triple H are here, please do visit slamchats.com.
Yeah, especially
I know that like you
got it.
You've got it. You've got it. The price of your belt would pay for a lot. So just saying.
That's right.
Slamchats.com.
But you quoted you tweeted the biggest quote from that video package with Eric Rowan for sure.
So the final line, like, you know, you get through this whole thing. I actually transcribed it. So like as it was going on, I was typing, which I'm not always good at, but Eric Rowan has a beautiful speaking pattern that made it gorgeous to do. It wasn't convoluted. He was very concise with his language, but he also spoke super powerfully. So it's definitely worth the watch. But the final line is just, what is it? I don't want to mess it up because it's literally
You
like the
said, in quotes, we're
mm-hmm.
going to take our broken hearts and make some beautiful art.
Exactly. So good.
Deep.
It's so good. It is
Deep, deep, deep.
It was very deep. The other thing that hit me really hard that like I did feel like I felt like the Eric Rowan video felt the same way. Like I felt like I got punched in the gut and then given flowers. Like I felt like somebody like popped me, but then also gave me something nice. So it was a weird combination. But during the kind of like attack situation where they have Bo in the corner and the camera was very close to him, he did a like yeah for Brody Lee, and I just felt like, oh my God. Like I really, that was, so the video already disturbed me. Like I was already not disturbed, but I was already emotional about the video. But I think like the yeah really like sent me over the edge, where that was the moment for me where I was like, oh, like this is just, I do think it's possible. I don't know, but I would love for someone to tell us, or that to like get leaked to somebody who has a really big platform so they could tell us. I don't fucking care. I just want the question answered. But I do think it would be interesting to know if that particular line was something that Bray had said about what he was planning on doing after Brody passed away, right? Like John Huber, he's a real person. It's not Brody Lee. Like, I get it, but I just, whatever. I just bought the shoes. So my shoes say Brody. I'm going to say Brody. But I do think I would be interested to know that, because it seemed like it's a very powerful line. It's a very powerful message, but it kind of felt like it was something even more significant than that. So that's very cool. I hope we get more information.
I really felt the part when he started talking about how, he lost one brother, and
Oh,
yeah, and then he's like, you kind of just learn to, keep going because that's what you got to do.
mm-hmm.
And just when he was getting it together, lost his other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that part for me, like that was rough. And like you could tell, like, and that's what makes this so much deeper. Like, and this is just a complete slap in the face to all you people, because there's somebody watching this right now that was one of those people that said, "Oh, they're gonna ruin what Bray Wyatt wanted to do. They're gonna ruin the Wyatt Six. They're gonna mess this up. Oh, this is just to sell some merch." This is a complete slap in your face because they are nailing it, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing
Not
everything
everything's
it needs
for
to
you,
do.
dinosaurs. Not
That's right.
everything's for you.
That's right. It's
maybe it's time to pack
everything.
it in. You know what I mean?
It's emotional. It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's scary at
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real.
Yeah.
It's everything. The YS6 are the best thing going on Monday Night Raw right now.
They also did, so they kind of bridged the mask pieces. So they like in the clip, they like I don't know who it's a disembodied hand hands him the sheep mask from the Wyatt family.
Yep.
And he actually, that's one of those moments that's sort of, it just, you have to watch it for yourself, because we can keep saying that moment was great because it's the whole thing. But right. Well, definitely something that was
just play the video.
Yeah, we just play the video. I think something that was a powerful image was that they really combined the two masks in a way. Yeah. So like you kind of actually got a sense of oh, okay, like you're kind of committed to that now. Like, oh, yeah, we know you in this spot. I do think that they appeared in front of the crowd. I think that Joe Gacy's is just a gas mask. Or a gas. I can't say that. I can never add a K to gas. I say gas mask. Gas mask. But I didn't notice. Honestly, I'd have to go back and look. I didn't notice how elaborate Dexter Loomis's looked. I don't know that we could see it. It wasn't quite illuminated very much. You definitely saw that Rowan had at least some kind of helmet situation, like there's a head, because when they just showed the shadow, you could see that the ears were there. But I do think that was the critique that I feel like was the only one that I thought, oh, the effers, like they're gonna have it, you know what I mean? That's something that I thought maybe that could be something. But
so are we getting a match at SummerSlam? Is that their debut? the Creeds and Chad Gable against three guys in Wyatt's. Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
Is that when they? I mean, because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I want them to get in the ring. I'm tired of these segments. I'm tired of these tapes."
Yeah.
Is it SummerSlam what we're going to as their official debut?
Well, then also, what 3 is it?
Yeah, I mean, we could just get Uncle Howdy against Chad Gable, but I think I'd like to see all of them.
Yeah. I think they're definitely positioning it so that there's like a feud going on there. I'm just guessing Ivy Nile is gonna pop in and then end up getting taken down by this like Abby the Witch situation. She looks so scary.
Yes,
it is
100%.
very, very scary. And you know who I also was impressed by just with the entrance, with the way their body moved, was Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy,
he was scary looking.
He was made for this.
Oh. Joe
He's
Gacy.
gonna nail it. Wait till you see his tape. I'm telling you, his tape is gonna be one of the best ones. I'm guaranteeing it. Yeah. He was made for this role. He's gonna kill it. I am a big Joe Gacy fan, so
yeah,
I think he's gonna kill it. I can't wait. I mean, I hope that's what we're going to for SummerSlam. I'd rather see all of them in the ring instead of just Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable. But I'm ready. I'm ready like everyone else. I want to see them wrestle, but for now, I'm just gonna enjoy their tapes.
Yeah, I do think that is also possible.
Really?
That gets you the numbers back there.
Like him teaming up with Chad?
I think Otis like goes heel. Like he starts wearing the suits. No? Nah. We'll watch this space. We'll see. He said something tonight that made me think he's going to go back on it. He's like, I'm a changed man. Or he like said something like, that I was like, oh, you're going to go back to him, aren't you?
I'm going to be completely honest. That segment I was not paying attention to be quite honest, only because like what happened in that segment? Oh, because it said that they were teaming up with Xavier Woods next week against the Final Testament or whatever their name is. And it's like, can we just stop with I can't handle any more New Day and Karrion Kross and his goons.
I don't think I care about that.
I don't either. That's why, like, when that segment started, I think we were eating dinner. So I was like, this is chicken nugget time.
This is chicken nugget time. Every show's got to have something that's a little bit chicken nugget time. Well, I don't know, Jeffrey. I'm just saying.
I
doubt it. Yeah. I just think there's like a numbers. Like, where do we do it with that? But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Besties, what else? What else did you want to chat about? Let us know in the chat. Send in a slamchat.com or a super chat. I might just try to super chat us while we're here because I want to know. Let's just find out. Let's find out what happens, guys. We'll do it together.
Another underrated moment that had nothing to do with wrestling tonight was Pat McAfee and Michael Cole holding up the yeet fingers. The little
yes. Oh my God. It was so cute.
I'm loving those two. Like he brings out the best of Michael Cole. Like that was nothing to do with wrestling, but stuff like that. It's Monday night. Look, I'm just starting my week. Like I need those moments. So like that was hilarious. And they got a name for Pat McAfee's breakdowns now. What did he call it? The
Patastrator?
Yeah, Patastrator. Yeah, they got a name for it when he does his little replay breakdown, circling the screen. So those were highlights tonight too.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a rough one.
No, he does not.
Cole is so funny.
But
they're the best besties. I'm so glad they're the real Monday Night Besties, if we're being honest, because they are so fun together. And I also think that something is, I'm definitely not trying to be shady, but it like will come across that way, is that something that particularly Raw commentary does well, but I also just think that it's something that WWE does well, but like Raw in particular, is that the commentary's role is to serve as a bridge for the stories and to be able to draw out the character aspects or like these individual details that are important for the audience to know so that they feel more emotional connection or kind of the things that they're seeing resonate a little more than just like a flippity-doo-dah. And I think that Michael Cole and Pat McAfee do an exceptional job of doing it without it being heavy-handed. It does feel like they're having a conversation, but if any of us think that like Pat's not allowed to say, you know what I mean? Like, did Pat just shout out "big son of a bitch" and then they made the shirts, or did they just tell Pat like call him a big son of a bitch? You know what I mean? So it's like some of the stuff I think it just comes across so organic, but it maybe isn't at all. But because of their connection and their chemistry, you believe it is, and it doesn't sound like someone's in their ear saying like, 100%. "No, Pat, say this."
The,
you know
the
what I mean?
wrestlers are loving it too, just to kind of put everything into contrast, because like you can see Pat McAfee getting like looking up like after the whole Drew McIntyre segment, he's like looking up like what the hell, and Seth comes over and you know they get the big hug, and it's like the wrestlers love it too. So like that's what makes we had another fun Monday Night Raw tonight, and that's part of it is the commentary crew.
Yeah, it's so good. Besties, thanks for joining us. We had such a nice time with you. We always have a good time.
Always.
If there's anybody, oh, you know what? We didn't.
Shout out Jeff and MDB.
She popped on today. I don't know what brand she'll go
She's
to.
100% NXT.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Shawn Michaels said. So that's right.
Shawn Michaels already announced she will be NXT. So NXT gets another one.
That's exciting.
On top of Julia that they'll get soon as well. So NXT will be cooking.
So good. So much to look forward to. Oh, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate all of you. Please do tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, share it around to your friends. You know, like it. What am I supposed to say? What are the things on my kids' thing say? Like, share, and subscribe is what that lady says at the end of the yummy video. My God, these damn videos where it's just like broccoli, so yummy, and then it's like a dancing whatever banana, so yummy. It's so, oh my God, I can't deal with it. My daughter loves it. It's one that has fruits and vegetables that dance, and then you just say so yummy over and over.
I'm with
you. Both of us have crying babies at home. We got diapers to change because we've got kids. And you know what? Because of that, make sure that you go to slamchats.com, support us. You can follow us on social media. Where else? Like Twitter is okay, but Twitter I don't always look at Twitter because I feel like it bumps me out. I'm a new Instagram fan, so go to my Instagram. It's _ Amanda . You gotta put the dot.
Don't forget the dot, damn it.
Don't forget the dots. Don't forget to put your dot in the middle. It's _ Amanda .Savage. What are you at? Follow DC on Instagram too. What is your handle?
What is my Instagram? Official DC Hendricks.
There you go.
If somebody has DC Hendricks and I can't get them to get rid of it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Amanda No Dot wouldn't even respond.
Amanda No Dot.
Yeah, the No Dot. Amanda No Dot Savage is not here for it. I do kind of feel bad because there's a real girl who like has a real job that's like legit government name is Mandy Savage, and I felt a little bit bad for her when I started doing this because I was like, oh, I'm stealing her name. Like that's a nasty thing to do. But anyhow, do not forget the dot. Please don't. Oh yeah, you know we didn't mention it, but like yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started with that.
Yeah, I mean, we did start with that. There could be instead of the vegetable yummy song, there could just be probably could be a picture. But don't do that. Don't do that. That might be creepy. I don't want to be inspiring any weird stuff. You know what I do want someone to make though, if anyone is here that's listening that likes those kinds of things. I just think that song, that one Cardi B goes so well with Damian Priest because he is classy and a cunt and is like a Coach bag. He is not what you want. You do not need to fight him. I just love it. It's like so good. And I just feel like we could get clips of Damian Priest walking. Anyway, that's all. That's the affirmation for the day. Am I allowed to say the C word?
I mean, why not?
Don't fire me, Cass. I'm sorry. Sid, don't fire me. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Peace, love, everybody. Be back next Monday. Same time, same place.
We love you, besties. Bye-bye.